Let's talk New York Mets baseball. This is where you want to be if you want to just hear some Mets baseball talk. You're riding in the car, you're at work, you got your pods on, you just want to listen to something. This is where you come to. If you're a baseball lover, if you love the Mets, come listen to some baseball talk here, some Mets talk here. The Mets were in San Francisco last night. They are still on the West Coast. They are visiting the Giants for a 4-game dance. They took the first game 9-4. It was a very strong offensive game for the Mets. They did a great job. Almost everyone in the lineup got a hit. The only ones who didn't get a hit in this game were Tomas Nido. That's not really a surprise there. He has one of the lowest batting averages on the team. Tommy Pham also didn't get a hit, neither did Vogelback. Vogelback did get a walk, though, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, he did. There was no Beatty in the game today. That was a little saddening. I always like to see him in the game. But they've been sharing responsibilities, him and Escobar, so we'll probably see him again tonight. I'm guessing, maybe. We'll see. Kodai Senga was on the mound. He entered the game 2-0. He was able to get his third win. He's now 3-0, although it was a rough day for him. Wasn't his best outing, wasn't his best showing, but we were able to get the win. It was the offense that did it. The offense was definitely in there and where it needed to be today. Max Scherzer, let's talk him real quick. We all know what happened with him. He had the whole little debacle with the sticky stuff on his fingers, on his hand, on his glove, wherever they said it was. He is going to serve that suspension. He has a 10-game suspension, and I think it was a strategic thing for them to go ahead and just have him serve it now. That way, the 10 days is out of the way, and he can go ahead and pitch against the Braves. We're really going to need him in that series. So he's just going to go ahead and take it on the chin, and then we should see him back by then. So just wanted to touch on that really quick. But like I said, Senga was on the mound. He was 2-0 going into the game. He's now 3-0. It was a quiet game until the fourth. The Metropolitans, they struck first, and they struck hard. They scored 5 in 1 inning. Francisco Lindor was hit by a pitch. Then we had good old Big Meat Pete, who did what he does and sent one over the left field wall. That brought the score to 2-0. Pete Alonso is now leading the league in home runs with 9. He's 4th in the league in runs, and he's 11th in the league in OPS at 1024. He's really, really become the leader in offense. Not only just in the league, but on the team as well. I don't think the team would be doing half as good as they are if it wasn't for Alonso. Alonso is absolutely a difference maker on this team. 100%. There's no debating that. A lot of offense coming out of this guy, and it's very much appreciated. He's helping carry the team. Still in the fourth, after Pete cleared the bases, Jeff McNeil was hit by a pitch. And then, believe it or not, Eduardo Escobar sends one over the left field wall. Mets are now up 4-0 in the fourth. Escobar had 2 hits on the day. He now has a batting average of 145. Still not the best, but at least he's trending a little bit in the right direction. He's rotating in and out with Beatty, so he's still getting some work in. And as if that wasn't enough, Guillorme walks. Then Nimmo comes up, doubles on a sharp line drive to left field, driving in Guillorme. Score is now 5-0 to Mets. Nimmo is leading the Mets in hits right now with 25 hits. Right behind him is Alonso with 22. Nimmo is also 3rd in the league in batting average with a 368 average. That 5-hit day really shot him up to the top, really boosted his numbers up. I think he's got over a 500 average or whatnot in the last 7 games. He has become a standout player. Congrats to Brandon Nimmo. Love to see these guys doing a great job because it's great for my Mets. And your Mets, if you're a Mets fan as well. If you're just a baseball listener and you're just listening, hope your team is doing okay too. But this is the Mets home here. Pretty much everything was going great. It was looking like it was going to be a blowout. And then things changed. Bottom of the 5th, Senga had his toughest inning to date. He had back-to-back home runs hit on him. He then went on to walk 2. Mike Yatsarmetsky, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, drove in a run on a single to center field, and the score just that quick is 5-3. I mean, it was like a blink of an eye. The score was right back at 5-3. We got ourselves a ball game again. They're back in it. Giants are back in it. After the single, there were runners on first and third, and you could just tell that Single was visibly a little bit shaken up. He was a little bit shook. And, for good reason. This is the first time that this has happened. First year in the MLB, first time that this has happened to him. He's never really been beat up on like this before. And he threw a wild pitch. After he threw the wild pitch, another run scored. Score is now 5-4. This is in the bottom of the fifth. All one inning, guys. This entire turnaround. The Giants closed a 5-0 lead within one run that fast. It was unbelievable. I started to get a little bit nervous. I started to get a little bit shaky at this point. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. It was a strong comeback. Senga had a rough time, but it was all the Giants could give, as they wouldn't score another run for the rest of the game. That would do it for Senga. He pitched 5 innings. He had 5 hits on him, 4 runs, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. 4. Huh? He now has a 4.29 ERA, definitely his toughest game to date. You could tell he wasn't really getting the strikeouts that he usually gets. I don't know. I don't know if he's just going through a little patch or whatnot, which is fine. It happens to everybody as long as he can come out of it. He's still one of the best pitchers on the team right now, if not the best thing that they have right now with Scherzer being out, Verlander being out. So we're going to need him to, get his confidence back, get back going, get back in the flow of things, because we're really going to need him against Atlanta. I'm pretty sure he'll be in there. Top of the 6th, Jeff McNeil gets up to bat, hits his first home run of the year to right field, giving the Mets a little more cushion. It's now 6-4 after that home run. Congrats to Jeff. I know that feels good to get him one. 7th inning, Canna, Lindor, they both hit doubles and get on base. Lindor is actually 4th in the league right now in doubles with 8 doubles. So kudos to him. Some good offense coming out of Lindor. Then Big Meat Pete gets up there again and singles on a ground ball to center field. He drives in Canna, drives in Lindor. That brings the score to 8-4. Vogelback gets up to bat. He walks. Alonso was on first, so Alonso goes to second. Vogelback is now on first. Jeff McNeil gets up to the plate, gets himself another hit, singles to center field, drives in Alonso to bring the game to 9-4. And that's pretty much all she wrote. No more scoring after this. This is the final score, 9-4. Mets take it. Good day for the Mets offensively. Like I said, they had 13 hits on 38 bats. They walked 4 times, struck out 8 times, and they did end up leaving 18 on base. Still high numbers in that area, but they cruised to a pretty easy win. And that's coming off of the back of some strong offense from Alonso, of course. Nimmo was doing his thing. Jeff McNeil had a really good night. He had a homer. He had the single. He drove in some RBIs. He had a run for himself. We saw a homer from Eduardo Escobar. Hey, what more could you ask for? They did a pretty good job last night. The Giants put up a decent fight. It was a fun game to watch. I enjoyed the game. A lot of offense on both sides. So it was a fun game to watch. What is that, 13 runs in the game? Or 14, excuse me. 9-4. I can't count, excuse me. I'm sorry. 13. A lot of runs scored in the game, and it was just a fun game to watch. Cool how it played out. Mets are back in San Francisco tonight. It's another late one for us on this side. It starts at 10:15 p.m. Joey Lucchesi will be on the mound. It's his first start of the season. Let's hope he can keep things under control and get us another win. The Mets are now 13-7 on the season. Not too bad. They're still behind Atlanta. We'll be seeing them soon, so maybe we can clear the air with them. Atlanta has a strong team, so I know that's going to be a good series. But for now, we still got to dance with the Giants and see how we're going to finish this one up. It's a 4-game dance, like I said, so 3 more left. Next one is tonight. I'll be back later on with the lineup this afternoon once it's released. And then we'll see what these Mets can do once again. Started off good. They're on a tear over there on the West Coast. I hope they can keep it up. Once that lineup comes up, like I said, I'll try to get it out there to you guys. I appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who's there, everybody who listens. And until then, let's go Mets.